Hi there, it's Jenny back with you for another practice. Today we're going to do another power flow, but we're going to really focus on our spine. So our spine moves in 7 different directions. We've got our flexion, extension, both our lateral side bends, left and right, our rotation, left and right, and then our axial extension, so the lengthening of the spine, which is pretty amazing. But not only can our spine move in 7 different directions, it really needs to move in all 7 different directions every single day for optimal health. I know from my own personal experience, spending a lot of time at a desk in this kind of position, you get a lot of that flexion, that kind of forward movement of the spine, but not necessarily a lot of all of the other directions. So today's class is really going to be focusing on moving our spine in all of those directions, and hopefully, an opportunity for you to just really release and let go and get nice and limber through the spine. So, of course, the rest of our body's going to come along for the ride. Legs and hips will do lots of lengthening and strengthening. Core, always important, really activating through the core, especially in our flexion to protect our lower back. So, when you're ready, we'll get started. We're going to come into child's pose to start today. Coming towards the back of your mat, knees nice and wide, big toes coming together to touch, and then just starting to walk yourself down. Take the arms long here, if that's comfortable, allowing the forehead to rest on your mat. If that's just a bit too much, then you can stack forearms on top of each other, creating a little headrest for yourself. And just coming into this shape, allowing yourself just to settle in here, finding your breath. Just connecting to the inhale and the exhale, just noticing, first of all, how your breath is feeling this morning, or today, this evening, whatever time of day you're doing this class. And then just trying to really consciously slow the breath down. And just starting to notice how your body's feeling. Taking a little scan around through the hips and shoulders, neck. Maybe noticing any areas of tension or tightness. Maybe it's built up. Unfortunately, we can't always control how stress comes into our life, but we can control how long we kind of hold on to it for. So really encouraging yourself through this practice just to let go. Just to let go of any kind of tension, stress, any of that negative energy. With every exhale, opportunity just to breathe it all out. Good, and then just staying here in our child's pose, we're going to just start to walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. So just taking both hands over. Your left hand might not get all the way over there, but just taking it as far as comfortable. And starting to notice that stretch happening through the left side of your body. If you want a bit extra, maybe placing your left hand on top of your right hand. And just taking one more breath here. And starting to walk the hands back through center and then over to the left side of your mat. Once again, just going as far as feels comfortable. Don't need to strain too much at this stage. Just taking one more breath here. And walking the hands back into center. Good. Just taking a final inhale here. And full exhale. And on your next inhale, let's start to lift the body up and forward, coming into our tabletop position. I'm going to find a neutral spine to begin with. So just making sure the crown of the head is reaching forward, sit bones back, drawing belly button up towards the spine, spreading the fingers really nice and wide so the knuckles and palms ground down. And from here, we're just going to start to move through our cat-cow, so our flexion and extension of our spine. As you inhale, belly dips, shoulders draw back, gazing forward, maybe up if that feels good for your neck. And as you exhale, let's press the ground away, tuck the tailbone under, release the head. Inhale, belly draws down, shoulders draw back, get that nice opening through the chest. And as you exhale, let's press through the hands, tops of the feet, really round out through the spine. Keep moving now with your breath. Okay, just coming through one more cat-cow. And you might just want to keep staying here, just moving through this nice flexion and extension, or feel free to start to move the spine in any direction that feels good for you. So I always enjoy some circling of the spine here, a few each direction. Coming back into a neutral spine and then looking back towards each heel, coming into the side body. Making this more dynamic and just moving the whole body forwards and backwards. And just really focusing on what you need, depending on what time of day it is for you. The spine may need some different kinds of movement, depending on levels of stiffness. And just finishing off the breath that you're on here. We'll meet back in a neutral spine position in tabletop. Okay, and then from here, we're just going to take the sit bones back towards the heels, walk the hands back towards the body. We're going to come into a twist here. So we want to sit up nice and tall, so really think about that axial extension, that lengthening of the spine. So take the crown of the head up as we inhale. And as we exhale, we'll come into a twist. So right hand finds the left thigh, left hand can come down behind the lower back or behind the feet here. And just come into a gentle twist to start. With every inhale, we lift and lengthen, and exhale, just come into that twist a little more. Taking one more inhale, and exhale, come back to center. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, twist to the other side. So left hand to right leg, wherever it lands, nice and comfortably here. Right hand placed down, behind. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist, maybe drawing that right shoulder back just a little with every exhale. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, coming back to center. Good. From here, we're going to come up into a kneeling position. I'm going to turn to face you. You can either come into that direction so you have the length of the mat, or stay where you are. Completely up to you. We're going to extend the right leg out. Good. So making sure that the left hip is stacked over the left knee. The right leg is extended here. You can either be on the inner arch of that right foot or ground the whole foot down. Again, just your preference here. On your next inhale, let's take the left arm up. And as we exhale, come into a side bend here. Making sure that left shoulder isn't dropping forward, so draw it back and down. Excuse me. And just taking one more inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Let's bring the left hand to hip. Let's draw the right leg in and swap it over. Extend the left leg out now. Good, so just getting that nice little stretch here through the inner thigh of that left leg. Let's take an inhale, right arm reaches up, and exhale, let's take side bend here. Again, just make sure the shoulders stay square here. And sending your breath into your right side body. And just taking one more inhale. And exhale, coming back to center. Let's bring that left knee in here. And we're going to turn back to take ourselves back to the front edge of our mat. Coming back into our tabletop. And then from here on your next inhale, let's tuck the toes. And as we exhale, lift the sit bones up, pressing back, downward facing dog. So whatever you need here, some movement, always nice. Just pedaling the legs, making sure the feet are around hip width apart. So if imagine two of your fists between your feet. Spreading the fingers really nice and wide, pressing down into that thumb, second finger, inner arm spin up. Then we get that nice lengthening of the spine here. So release the head, let it be nice and heavy. Chest drops back towards the thighs, knees as bent as you need. We really want the legs to be bent here. So it's more important that we get the lengthening of the spine, and with the bend through the knees, we get more of that length through the spine rather than that length through the hamstrings. You'll still get that nice stretch through the backs of the legs just by the heels dropping down towards the mat. Good. Now if you're still moving, let's just find some stillness here. We're going to take the right hand and grab it onto the left leg, so wherever it lands most comfortably. So just allowing a little twist through the spine here. So around the calf, maybe reach for the ankle, just gaze under that left armpit. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, let's ground the right hand back down. And we'll take it to the other side now. So left hand finds the right leg. Again, wherever the hand lands comfortably. Maybe just pulling a little bit here and gazing up under the right armpit. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, let's bring that left hand back to the mat. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, it starts to slowly walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat, finding a forward fold. Once again, here, knees and legs as bent as you need. Allow the belly to rest on the thighs. Release the head. And the spine just melts over the legs. You might like to come into Ragdoll here, grabbing opposite elbows, or just let the arms dangle. With every exhale, just imagine crown of your head, just reaching that a little bit closer to your mat. And then staying here, just in this stillness and just focusing on that, the weight of the bind, just getting you closer down to your mat, or perhaps some movement here. Maybe just swaying the torso from side to side, shifting the weight from one foot to the other, or the weight even between both feet, and just moving the body forwards and back between the balls of the feet and the heels. And just finishing off wherever you are, taking a final breath. And then we'll release the arm bind if you have that. Heel toe the feet in towards each other, big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Let's really slowly roll up from here. So you want to stack the spine, but take it nice and gently. Come up to standing, making sure that the pelvis is in a nice neutral position, so tailbone lengthens down. Arms start to reach up, nice active legs here, so kneecaps lift up. Pelvic floors drawing up, belly button draws towards the spine. Good, shoulders release back and down. From here, we're going to pistol grip the hands, so bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, index fingers stay extended. And on your next inhale, let's lift and lengthen. And as we exhale, we're going to take a bend to the left side. Let's drop over to the left again. Keep the shoulders stacked here. Good. Just as deep as you want to go. Taking one more inhale. And as you exhale, come back up to center. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, right side. Taking a final breath here. As you exhale, come back up to center. Good. From here, we're going to inhale, lift and lengthen. And this time, we're going to take a back bend. So start to just let the body drop back. Keep the hips nice and still here. Again, just going as far back as you want to, as far back as your spine will allow. It's going to be different for everybody. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, let's come back to center. Release the hands now. Take an inhale, lift up, look up. And as we exhale, hands through heart center, hinging at the hips, forward fold. On your next inhale, let's find a halfway lift. Hands can float or find legs nice flat back here. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, again, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back, high plank. Hold here, drop knees if and when you need. If the knees are lifted, really lift the kneecaps up the legs, away from the mat. And on your next inhale, let's shift the whole body forward so the shoulders come forward to the fingertips. And as we exhale, we lower, hug the elbows. Come all the way down, belly grounds, untuck the toes. Inhale, let's find cobra. Hold here for a couple of breaths. Make sure the hands are nice and light here. The elbows hug towards the waist. Shoulders roll back and down. Taking one more inhale. And as we exhale, tuck the toes, press up and back, finding your downward facing dog. Taking 2 big breaths here. Yes, take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, walk, step, or hop your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, let's rise. 1 big breath. Arms reach. Exhale as we hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, take halfway, nice flat back here. Exhale, fold and release. This time we're going to sit the hips really low, weight into the heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Good, so take this as deep as you want to go here. Obviously, the lower we sink the hips, the quicker the intensity is going to rise into the legs here. So you can just lift the hips to take the intensity out. I'm going to bring the hands into heart center. We're going to come into a twist. So let's take right elbow over to the left thigh, left knee. Get the bind first, and then press the top of the hand into the bottom. So we want the hands at about the center of the chest here. Make sure that right knee isn't popping forward too much here. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, let's come back to center. We're going to go straight away to the other side. Left elbow over right knee. Take the bind, press top hand into bottom. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, let's come back to center. Inhale, stay low, but take the arms up. And exhale, let's fold and release. Inhale, find halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your mat, stepping back, Chaturanga Dandasana. We're taking inhale high, exhale, let's lower. All the way down to cobra or up dog if you're ready. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog, 2 big breaths. And on your next inhale, the right leg's going to lift, 3-legged dog. Good, so really lift it up. Also lengthen, so we want that leg like an extension of the spine. So we want height, but also length. Making sure we're pressing evenly into both hands here. Keep the shoulders square, take one more inhale. And as you exhale, knee to chest, step the foot between the hands. Stay low here, low lunge. Good, we're going to ground the back knee. And just a couple of breaths here. Maybe just some wiggling into the hips, just allowing the hips to wake up a little. Maybe side to side or forwards and backwards. Maybe blocks underneath the hands if you want to be a little bit higher here, if the hips are taking a little bit of time to wake up. And then we'll keep that back knee grounded. On the next inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up. And as we exhale, let's just sink into the hips a little more. Good. And then from here, take your right hand down to your right hip. Inhale, left arm stays up here. And exhale, let's take a side bend over to your right side. Good, just taking one more inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, sweep both arms up. And exhale, let's bring the hands down to the mat. Come up onto the ball of the back foot. Good, just steady yourself here in your low lunge. And pressing into both feet on your next inhale, let's rise up, crescent lunge. Okay, so you can always ground that back knee. Take a wider stance by heel-toeing your front foot out to the side of the mat. Stay as high as you want or sink low if you want that extra intensity. Build that strength through the legs. Okay, let's take one more inhale. And as we exhale, let's open out warrior two. So just find your feet here. Settle in, back foot parallel with the back edge of the mat. Front heel roughly in line with the arch of that back foot. Again, let's get low here if your hips allow it, making sure that knee is tracking nicely over the middle pinky toe edge of your front foot. Good, and then hug the heels towards each other, squeeze the glutes. Just balance out the intensity that's happening through the lower half of the body with the lightness through the upper body. So release the shoulders, soften through the face. Good, just take one more breath here. And on your next inhale, we're going to reach the arms up, straighten through the front leg, turn both heels in, and we're going to sink down here into goddess pose. Good, so we want to make sure that the knees are pressing back, so maybe taking the hands to the knees and just gently pressing them back so you get that feeling here. Good, again. The hips can come up if this gets a bit too much. Take some of the intensity out. And then from here, right hand comes to right hip. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, let's take a side bend. Keep pressing the knees out. Good, just taking one more inhale. Exhale, let's come back to center. Inhale, swap it over, left hand, left hip. Right arm reaches. Exhale, let's take a side bend. Maybe gazing up towards the ceiling if that feels okay for your neck. Take a final inhale. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, let's straighten through the legs. Pivot on the heels to turn the toes in here. Good, let's get some length through the spine. Take another inhale. And exhale, we're going to take a forward fold. So hinge at the hips. Maybe adjust the feet. They might want to come out a little wider here. Release the head. And then maybe taking the hands around the legs, around the feet. Just get yourself a little bit deeper here. And then we're going to bring the right hand down straight underneath your face. Let's press it down into the mat. On your next inhale, the left arm's going to reach. Take a nice twist here. So really press the ground away to reach. Just taking one more inhale. Exhale, let's bring the left hand down. Replace the right with the left. Inhale, right arm reaches. Let's take the twist. Good. Take one more inhale. And exhale, right hand comes back down. On your next inhale, find a halfway lift here. And then as we exhale, we're going to walk the hands around to the front of the mat. Turn all 10 toes to face the front, finding your way into a low lunge. Good. And from here, we'll ground the left hand down on the inside of the right foot. Inhale, take the right arm up, find a twist. Good. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, let's bring the right hand down. Step the right foot back, take an inhale, high plank. And exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 2 big breaths here. On your next inhale, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Again, like the legs, an extension of the spine. Lift up, press back. Keep pressing evenly into both hands. Belly button to spine, nice active core. Take one more inhale. And exhale, knee to chest at the foot between the hands. Stay low here. Let's ground that back knee. Couple of breaths. Just to do whatever you need. Some side to side wiggly, maybe forwards and backwards. Just giving the hips a little bit of space just to start to release, cut through some of that resistance, some of that tension that might be harboring there. Good. Keeping that back knee grounded. On the next inhale, let's sweep the arms up. Exhale, sink into the hips. Okay, let's bring our left hand down to our left hip. Inhale and exhale. Let's find the side bend. So we're leaning over to the left side of the mat. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, let's come back up to center. Inhale, sweep both arms up. And exhale, hands find the mat here. Let's pop up onto the ball of the back foot. Coming into low lunge. Pressing into both feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Again, just here for a few breaths, just as you need. Either a wider stance or back knee maybe grounding. Nice active core here, so always think about belly button drawing to spine, pelvic floor lifting up. Let's take one more inhale. And as we exhale, let's open out warrior two, finding your warrior two. Again, adjust as you need. Move the hips around a little, remembering that one side isn't necessarily going to mirror the last, so find your way in. Let's hug the heels towards each other. It's really be nice and active through the inner thighs, adductor muscles. Squeeze the glutes. And on your next inhale, let's straighten that front leg, take the arms up. And exhale, let's find our goddess pose. So let's sink down, heels are in, toes are out. Make sure the knees are pressing out again, maybe hands coming to the inside of the knees. And from here, let's take left hand to left hip. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, let's take the side bend here. Keep pressing the knees out, maybe taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, let's come back up to center. Swap the arms. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, let's take the side bend. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, let's straighten the legs. Pivot so the toes come in, heels out. And as we exhale, let's forward fold. Once again, maybe just adjusting the feet a little as you come down. And we're going to come into our twist again here. So right hand grounds. Inhale, left arm reaches. Really press through that grounded hand. Get those left fingertips just a little bit closer to the sky. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, left hand comes down, replaces the right. Inhale, right arm reaches. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, hand comes down. Inhale, take a halfway lift, get length into the spine. And then let's exhale, walk the hands all the way around to the front of your mat, low lunge. From here, let's ground the right hand down. Inhale, left arm comes up. Let's find that twist. Really press into the ball of the back foot. Take one more inhale. And exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, step the left foot back, high plank. Exhale, let's lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, heart lifts, cobra or up dog. And exhale, press back. Downward facing dog, 2 big breaths here. We're going to start to flow this, so we're going to get a little quicker. But please know, as always, your practice, so go at the speed and the pace that suits you, so you can keep it nice and slow, set your own pace. If you're ready, we're going to start now. So inhale, right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot all the way through to the front, ground the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, right hand comes down to the hip. Inhale, find length. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, come back up, sweep both arms up. Exhale, hands ground, raise that back knee. Inhale, sweep up, crescent lunge. Exhale, let's open out, warrior 2. Inhale, arms lift, legs straighten. Exhale, let's sink down into our goddess pose. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, let's find the side bend. Inhale, come back to center, swap the arms, left arm comes up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, come back to center, straighten the legs, turn the toes in. Exhale, let's find our fold. Inhale, right hand grounds, left arm reaches. Exhale, left hand comes back down. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, right hand comes back down. Inhale, let's take a halfway lift. Exhale, let's come all the way back to the front, low lunge. Inhale, right arm reaches, take the twist. Exhale, right hand comes back down. Inhale, step the right foot back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower on your exhale. Heart lifts, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot all the way through. Low lunge, ground the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, lengthen. Then exhale, let's take the side bend. Inhale, come back up, sweep both arms up. Exhale, hands ground. Pop that back knee up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, arms reach, legs straighten. Exhale, find your goddess pose. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, take the side bend. Inhale, back to center, left arm reaches up. Exhale, take the side bend. Inhale, back to center, straighten the legs, toes come in. Exhale, let's find our fold. Inhale, right hand grounds, left arm reaches. Exhale, left hand comes back down. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, right hand comes back down. Inhale, take the halfway lift. Exhale, let's come all the way back around. Find that low lunge. Inhale, right hand grounds, left arm reaches. Exhale, left hand comes back down, step back, high plank, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time each side. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, let's step it all the way through to the front, ground the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, right hand to hip. Inhale, find length. Exhale, let's take the side bend. Inhale, back to center, sweep both arms up. Exhale, hands ground, pop the back knee up. Inhale, sweep the arms, crescent lunge. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, arms reach, straighten through the legs. Exhale, let's find our goddess pose. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, let's take the side bend. Inhale, back to center, swap the arms. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, back up, let's straighten through the legs, turn the toes in. Exhale, find the fold. Inhale, right hand grounds, left arm reaches. Exhale, left hand comes back down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand back down. Inhale, find a halfway lift, get length in that spine. And exhale, come all the way back around to the front, low lunge. Inhale, right arm reaches for the twist. Exhale, right hand down, step back through your chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, low lunge, back knee grounds. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, left hand finds the hip. Inhale, find length. Exhale, take the side bend. Inhale, back to center, sweep both arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat, pop the back knee up. Inhale, sweep up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms reach, legs straighten. Exhale, sink down to your goddess pose. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, take the side bend. Inhale, back to center, swap the arms, left arm up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, let's straighten the legs, turn the toes in. Exhale, find the fold. Inhale, right hand grounds, left arm reaches. Exhale, left hand comes back down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, find that length through the spine. And exhale, let's come all the way back around to the front, low lunge. Right hand grounds, inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, left hand comes down, stepping back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Taking 2 big breaths here. Now feel free to drop into child's pose if you need. If you need just a bit more of a restorative resting pose. Just find your breath. Let everything just settle. Good. And then from here, we're just simply going to bring the knees down. Sit the sit bones back onto the heels, and then from here we're going to just kick the legs out to the side and bring them around to the front. So legs are extended nice and long here. If you're in child's pose, feel free to stay there and join in whenever you're ready. Removing the flesh from underneath the sit bones. Let's inhale, getting lots of nice length into the spine here. And then exhale, we're just going to come into a forward fold. So wherever the hands land, it's going to be different for everyone. Some people have really nice long hamstrings. You might want to just take a little bend in the knees here if you want to be able to take the hands around the feet and they don't reach there otherwise. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine. That core engagement, really important in that flexion of the spine. Always protecting our lower back. Just taking 2 more breaths here. And then just starting to walk the hands back up the legs. Torso comes back up. From here, we're going to bring the feet in, taking Badakanasana, butterfly pose, so soles of the feet together. And really up to you as to how close the feet are to the groin area, the pelvis, so they can be nice and close or a little bit further away. And from here, you can elbows into knees. You can put a bit of pressure there. Bring the knees back up into the elbows, create a little bit of resistance. Get nice and long through the spine as you inhale. And then exhale. Let's come into that forward fold. Just taking 2 more breaths here. And then slowly starting to bring the torso back up. From here, keep the right knee bent. Let's extend the left leg long. So bring the sole of the foot onto the inside of that left thigh. And then from here, again, let's always think about inhaling, getting length through the spine. Then we're going to come into a side bend, so left hand reaches towards the left foot. And up to you what you want to do with this right hand. So it can either reach up and over. You might be able to get that right hand down to your left foot. That does not happen for me. You might just want to take a bind here by bringing the right hand down, bending at the elbow, bringing the hand down behind the lower back, and just aiming to get the hand into that hip crease area. And draw that right shoulder back. Maybe gazing up if that feels okay for the neck. Sending a bit of energy through that left heel so you get that nice lengthening through the backs of the legs. Just taking 1 more breath here. And then slowly releasing, going back up. Let's just change it over now. So right leg extends, left foot comes in. Make sure both sit bones are evenly grounded here. And then once again, get length through the spine, take an inhale, and then exhale, right hand reaches for right foot, left arm again, and choose your own adventure. It can come up and over, or bind behind the lower back, or just kind of just have it placed down on the ground in front if you don't want to add the arms. Taking a couple more breaths here. Just remembering it's so important to try and move our spine in all 7 directions every single day, and it doesn't mean you have to do a yoga class like this to be able to do that. Any of these kind of simple stretches you can do, it's fine in 5-10 minutes in the morning or at night before bed. Maybe a lunch break away from your desk. Take a final breath here, and then coming back up. Good. From here, we're just going to take our back bodies down onto the mat. So just finding your way down there gently. Let's keep the knees bent. I'll just pop that out. Good. And then taking the feet out to the width of your mat. And we're just going to start to drop the knees from one side to the other. Start to just let go. Let the lower back just really find some freedom here. Then take one more each side. And then from here, extend that left leg long. Take that right knee, bring it into your chest, interlace the fingers. Just bring it nice and close to the chest. Give it a nice big squeeze. And then from here, we're going to take it over to the left side. Maybe shuffle the hips to the right just a little. Bring the knee over to the left side so the hips nicely stacked on top of each other. Arms can reach out. And maybe gazing over to your right hand. Maybe even closing down the eyes here. And staying with your breath. And you're just noticing how your body feels, how your spine feels. Now it's moved in all of those different directions. And just taking one more breath here. And just engaging through the core, and then start to bring that right knee back up to center. Extend the right leg long. Let's bring the left knee in here. Take the arms, wrap them around, give it a nice big squeeze, draw it in. And then let's take it over to the left side. Shuffle the hips to the left. Making sure the shoulder blades stay grounded here, even if the knee doesn't reach the ground. Maybe looking over that left shoulder. Just taking a final breath here. Again, drawing belly button to spine so the core is nice and active before we lift that left knee back up to center. And then from here, if you've got more time, please feel free to play around with any positions you feel your body might need to take right now. So whether some happy baby, maybe an inversion or bridge, there's plenty more we can do, but we're gonna make our way into Shavasana. Whether that's legs long, maybe Supta Badakanasana feels better for your lower back, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. I'm just going to take a few moments here just to really let go. Allow the ground to completely support your weight. Let go of all effort. And just take these final moments of complete rest. If you have more time to stay in Shavasana, then please do. I'm just going to start to make way up to seated. I'm going to leave you here, hopefully feeling nice and limber through the spine. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.